What's good, y'all boys? Welcome back again to another video. Listen, it's a very serious video, okay? Breaking news that I just seen yesterday. At the time of this recording, it's like 2 days old now, right? Y'all remember the Covenant shooting 7 months ago? We talked about it in the video. I think I did made like one video talking about it. A trans shooter named Audrey Hale went to this private Christian school with some guns, with some weapons, and ended some lives and ruined other people's lives. It's very sad, very tough. It's unfortunate in America that school shootings be happening so often that like people kind of just, oh no, it's so sad. Next. Oh no, another one, oh my gosh. Next. Like they happen so often that people just start to like almost not care. Cause you know, I don't know, the news cycle nowadays is just it's so quick. It's crazy. But something that was very strange and peculiar about this particular shooting was that the shooter was revealed to have a lot of journals and manifestos and things written showing the plan that she had to enact this crazy shit. But they didn't release any of it. I say that's weird because usually they release at least some of it so we know a motive. They didn't want to release a motive at all. When it was the Buffalo shooting, they released the motive. Oh yeah, they was trying to target black people. When it was there was another shooting, it was similar. It was, like if it's something against gay people, oh yeah, this person is against gays. He was trying to shoot gay people. But this one in particular, they're being hush-hush. Why? I mean, to me, it's obvious why, right? But what I'm about to show you today is going to back up what I think. I think that the motive of the shooter was, they're a transgender person and they didn't like white Christians. That's it. They didn't like white people. They didn't like Christians, okay? And so why would, if that's the motive, why would the news, why would the media, why would the feds be trying to hide that, right? Because it doesn't fit the scenario, it doesn't fit the agendas, it doesn't fit the narratives that they like to push. If it's something that's against minorities, if it's against black people or LGBTQ, oh yeah, they're gonna let it be known so we can keep seeing these negative images and feel fearful. Like people are out to get us. Oh my gosh. What they say, white supremacy is the number one affront to America, right? Number one threat to America.
We won't ignore what our intelligence agencies have determined to be the most lethal terrorist threat to the homeland today. White supremacy is terrorism. And white supremacists will not have the last word. And this venom and violence cannot be the story of our time.
So when there's something that is targeting white people, like legitimately targeting white people, they try to hush-hush about it, or they try to downplay it, or they try to make it seem like it's no big deal, right? And that's what people do when they have an agenda. And you see that in multiple different camps. I'm going to give you an example. It's not exactly directly like, it doesn't exactly relate to this, but it's the same thing. When people talk about gendered violence, right? They only talk about gendered violence when it comes to women. And they make it seem like, and this is more on the liberal side, they make it seem like men don't experience gendered violence. Even though, especially black men specifically, have a history of being characterized and caricaturized as violent super predators and rapists, you know what I'm saying? And they would take black men and they would hang them and they would cut off, genitals, all types of shit, or they would rape them, buck broken, you know what I'm saying? That's gendered violence against men. But no, they don't want to say that because it can only happen to the group that I care about. The group that's the oppressor can't be a victim because it's like this oppressor versus oppressed mindset that people have, especially a lot of like this Marxist shit. Anyways, going back to the Nashville shooting, I'll just give you an example. Steven Crowder apparently got a hold of 3 pages from the manifesto. What it says pretty much backs up everything that I just said. And I'm gonna see if I could read it to you. Hopefully you two don't take it down. If not, I'm just give you the gist. But yeah, big tech, the media, they're not liking that this is leaked, and there's a lot of excuses going around, and it's so strange. But when you look at the reasoning, when you see that they're only acting like this because it doesn't fit their agenda, it all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? All right, so here is the couple pages of the manifesto that leaked. Death Day. Today is the day. The day has finally come. I can't believe it's here. Don't know how I was able to get this far, but here I am. I am a little nervous, but excited at the same time. Excited too, but been excited for the past 2 weeks. There are several times I could have been caught, especially in the summer of 2021. Now, this is what's really interesting to me. Like, what does that mean? Especially in the summer of 2021. What the hell did you do? Now, there's no way for me to know. There's no way for me to know. But that's very strange, and especially there are several times that could have been caught. Now, it makes me wonder about the parents, because this person lived with her parents. So, what's going on, bruh? I don't want to assume anything, but I can picture a scenario where it's people like this. A lot of people that live in their delusions, right? A lot of people that suffer from delusions, that have mental illnesses. There are people who try to appease them. So that means they don't want like to question them. They don't want to address things that are like strange. And you kind of see that a lot with a lot of these like a lot of these Gen Z liberals that be thinking that they're, you know, a bunch of different fucking genders and shit. So it's very interesting. None of that matters now. I'm almost an hour and 7 minutes away. Can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm ready. I hope my victims aren't. My only fear is if anything goes wrong, I'll do my best to prevent any of the sort. God, let my wrath take over my anxiety. It might be 10 minutes. It might be 3 or 7. It's gonna go quick. I hope I have a high. Oh my gosh, ready to die. Da da da. Now this is so interesting because like I think before she did this, she like texted one of her. I guess she was on a basketball team or something. She texted one of her teammates, her old teammates or something like that. Look at this. I'm not going to read that. Those crackers going to private fancy schools with those fancy khakis and sports backpacks with their daddy's Mustangs and convertibles. F you little shits. I wish to... Oh my gosh, bruh. I want to kill you little crackers. Bunch of little... I can't say that on YouTube either. With your white privileges. So it's funny she's saying the F word, right? I can't say it because YouTube. I can't say it. It's funny that she's saying that because, you know, she's also someone who identifies as LGBTQ. So it's kind of weird, bruh. It's kind of weird. And then the other page is like a schedule of her plan. This is so crazy. It's so I never really looked at a manifesto before. Somebody that did something crazy like this. So it's the first time I'm really looking at it, and it's like, yo, this is crazy. But yeah, like I said, Steven Crowder was able to leak this. He had a whole stream. It looks like YouTube took it down as of me recording this. They took it down, but it's on Rumble. But he broke down how they were able to get these pictures and like how they So this is allegedly pages from the manifesto. Allegedly, right? You gotta say allegedly because it's not confirmed. And the way people reacted to this, right, has been very interesting. Of course, you know, people was like, yes, finally, 65K likes, 38K retweets. Elon Musk, clearly mentally ill, but also clearly brainwashed to being mass murdered by the system. Now, what some people feel is that if you slap the MAGA hat on Audrey and it changed a lot of stuff she was saying where, like, let's say she hated black people and hated gays and hated all liberals and shit like that, the media would have posted this quickly. Like, before they even buried the bodies, they would have posted this. But because it's the opposite, because it's a transgender person who seemingly has something against white people, they try to keep it covered up. It's a lot of politics at play. This is very obvious politics at play, keeping people from knowing what the hell's going on. You know what I mean? And it's, you know, it is what it is. I can't do shit about it. But the reason I'm talking about it is because I want people to see how shit go. Okay? If something don't fit the mainstream side, they're not going to treat it the same way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a journalist. I'm not a professional journalist, but this seems anti-journalism. Instead of reporting the truth and reporting the facts of things, you got agendas. So you hide certain stuff or you just don't let certain stuff come out. It's so weird, bruh. It's like, what do you think people was going to do when we saw this, right? What do you think people was going to do that was so scary that you couldn't let people know? What? I mean, we all assumed it anyway, and the assumptions were correct. So, I want to read this article real quick. Nashville mayor launches investigation into leak of trans Nashville shooter manifesto. Excuse me. I have directed Wally Dietz, Metro's law director, to initiate investigation how these images could have released. Because as of now, these people have neither confirmed nor denied that these pictures are real. So, you know, that tells you everything you need to know. I am deeply concerned with the safety, security, and well-being of the Covenant families and all Nashvillians who are grieving, O'Connell said in a statement. This incident naturally invokes additional emotional trauma, and families or individuals who need support should reach out to professionals. Pretty much just reiterates what we already read, and just said that the mayor is looking for launching an investigation into who leaked it. So this is the guy, I guess. So as you can see, they're very concerned about how it leaked, but not concerned about why it wasn't released generally in the first place. Now, if you take a look with me, right? I type in Nashville Sh0oter Manifesto on Google. Look at all the places that have actually reported about it. Let's see. This is the local news, right? Local news, Fox News, News Channel 5, so local news. Newsweek, okay. Daily Mail, another local news station. I don't know what that is. News.com, Australia, the Daily Wire. Where is CNN? Where's MSNBC? Okay, here's NBC, but what is NBC talking about? The mayor orders investigation into who leaked it. MSNBC. Oh, this is the old one. This is an old article. So when stuff like this happens, and this exactly ties to what I'm talking about. When stuff like this happens, look who is not talking about it. Fox News is going to talk about it, right? But see, where's CNN? Where's MSNBC? Doesn't make any sense. And I'm pretty sure there's even a lawsuit, saying lawsuit against the police department saying that they want the manifesto released. And now actually it inquires why it hasn't been not been released. And is there politics at play? Is there like political motivations at play? I want you to watch this. Black Conservative did a video and he put together some of the news reports. And I thought it was very, very interesting.
Well, Neil, Audrey Hale killed 6 people at the Covenant School last March, including 3 children. A legal battle over whether the shooter's writings should be released publicly has been held up in court for months. Now, we've been making calls to people involved in this case to confirm whether the documents released today by that commentator are authentic. State Representative Jeremy Faison shared this message online. There was never a good reason to keep that monster's manifesto under lock, which is why I called for its release months ago. After reading this morning, I'm questioning even more why the anti-white racism and anti-Christian bigotry of Audrey Hale was covered up. We need answers.
Steven Crowder is the host of Louder with Crowder. He released 3 photos of writings in notebooks. Crowder claims they're actual images of the shooter's writings. Metro Police say they are aware of the photos. They're receiving calls about them. We talked with police. Right now, they are not confirming the legitimacy of those photos. Now, our chief investigative reporter, always glad to have Jeremy Finley on with us. You've actually been reaching out to people throughout the city all morning. So what have you learned? What are you hearing right now?
So what all of us are doing is we're watching our phones because Metro Police, when they authenticate information, they put it out on Twitter, what used to be known as Twitter.
Right.
And I literally just checked moments ago. There is nothing new about this because there is so much at stake here, right? We've talked so much about the fact that there have been people that have sued to get these writings, and Metro Police has not released those writings.
So much at stake here. What's at stake?
Citing those lawsuits, not wanting to release that. We know that they have said, the Chief Drake himself has said, that so much of it doesn't make any sense. And so we have to be absolutely careful with what we are reporting is absolutely authentic. But we do know that a short while ago, I was able to reach out to the attorney who was representing the family of the parents of the school shooter. He writes, I represent Mr. Ron and Mrs. Norma Hale.
So pretty much it says, they don't know anything about anything. That's pretty much what they're saying, which I believe them. I believe that the families still don't know because they haven't told them anything. And it's just so funny the attitude that people are having behind this. Because if it was against people that look like me, if it was against black people, it would have been quick, in a hurry. They would have released it and talked about it. But because it's someone that's actively targeting white people, let me tell you this. This is what it is, right? Because there are white people that talk about this stuff all the time where they feel like there's an attack on white people. They're trying to make this white hate, anti-white hate. We've seen it on a personal case where it'd be like little kids on TikTok saying shit like that. But we also seen it on on an educational case too, where colleges have their colleges be having people in charge that push rhetoric like slandering white people, whatever. So it's like, okay, if you could talk about a group of people however you want to at any step of the ladder, it's like, okay, so it's okay. You're saying that it's an okay thing. But at the same time, when white people that I've seen call it out, be like, why are you talking about me like this? They tell them that they're crazy. They act like they're crazy. They act like that they have no issues, white privilege, yada, yada, yada. You have no problems in the world. Everything is handed to you in the world. But now when there's another actual event where someone is targeting white people, they want to keep a hush-hush because they don't want to give any credence to the people that they don't like. Because this will give credence to the shit they're talking about. Like a lot of it previous to this, a lot of it is rhetoric, right? A lot of it is rhetoric, as far as I can see. And then some things institutionally, like mainly in the colleges, mainly in the liberalized colleges. But this is a literal act of like terror, bro. I mean, school shootings are terrorist attacks, you know? When it's a white boy shooting up school, to me, that's a terrorist attack. He's a terrorist. You know, he was trying to inflict terror. This is another person that was trying to inflict terror. You know, we can't treat it different because we can't treat it differently based off who's doing it. That's the thing that always gets me. People treat different things differently based on who's doing what. Maybe that's human nature, though. I don't know.
Further comment about it. So we have been reaching out to all of our sources throughout law.
But hold on, that's why I even talk about this stuff, because some people might be watching this and be like, "Bro, you're black, bro. Why you care if somebody's targeting white people or not?" Da da da. Because if I get mad when people do it to me, I'm gonna get mad if I see anybody do it to anybody. Okay? Because once upon a time, right, in America, when things were super, super racist, right? Someone could come and do something to me as a black person and don't nobody care. It's not no big deal. You know what I'm saying? It's no big deal. It doesn't matter. But if the black person did that same thing to a white person back then, oh yeah, they need hang that nigga now. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is that if they could do it to you, they can do it to me. They can do it to anybody. And you look so dumb if you advocate for that, and then it turns around and comes back to get you. That's why, you know, and it's so funny when you see groups, especially liberals, turn around and eat each other up. Like how a lot of them people eating up Ethan Klein right now because he was crying about what was he crying about? He wasn't pro Hamas, right? He was questioning Hassan, and a bunch of Hassan liberal lefty fans was like eating him up, slandering him, ridiculing him, calling him a IDF pig. Because he didn't like innocent people dying. It's so funny because, like, bro, these people will eat you up every time, bro. But if somebody else is doing it, you hate it. But if you're doing it, it's okay.
Law enforcement. I've reached out to the mayor's office. The mayor's office punted to the police department. So at this point, you know, there's so much at stake here. If police comes out and they do confirm this, then they are essentially releasing this information that is in this manifesto. But we are not reporting that information yet because it isn't authenticated.
Exactly.
So we got a lot more confirmation that we need to do.
And of course, we've been hearing from the victims' parents saying they absolutely
That's never stopped them before. I'm not gonna lie to you.
do not want this to be released.
That's right.
They just don't want to get in trouble. That's what it is. And then Facebook, YouTube, Google, they've been censoring the manifesto, bro. Luckily, Twitter did not censor it. It's still there. You can stay on Twitter. But good luck. Good luck finding people talking about it on YouTube, though. Because they don't like this, bro. They don't like what's been going on. They don't like people talking about this. This shit crazy, bro. It's crazy. Even Vivek seen it, too. Vivek has seen it, and he called... Let me read you what Vivek said about this. Oh, Matt Walsh or something. Not interested in any argument that the Nashville Manifesto is selective or doesn't tell the full story. If that's the case, then release the whole thing. When public officials hide the truth, we're left to speculate and fill in the gaps. If you don't want that to happen, then tell us the truth. That's true. YouTube removed our video exposing the Nashville Shooter's Manifesto. I was on Reddit. They took it down. Reddit mods were suspending any account that posts the manifesto. That's crazy. There you go. There should be an investigation into why trans shooter manifesto wasn't released. When I visited Nashville to call for release, a bunch of folks warned me that there was something in there too. Too damaging and dangerous for the public to see. Turns out it was a flat out lie. Yeah. So that's what it is. You know, that's what it comes down to. They kept it under lock and key because they don't want it to release. And I'm sure there's political pressure on that police department to not let it release. You know, they didn't want to give credence to the idea that there's people that feel racist towards white people and want to do things to them. It goes against the narrative that they build. And you know, it just goes to show you the dishonesty in the media and shit. To be honest, I feel like this goes way up, bro. This goes up high. Like, this is federal government shit. This the feds, bro. They don't like things that go against the narrative. And I'm sure because look, this is the thing, bro. This is the thing, all right? There are certain people in positions of power in America. And that's what I feel like, in order to keep the heat and attention off of them, they keep people focused on fighting over shit. They keep people focused on feeling like victims, right? And it's really crazy, bro. It's really crazy. They got everybody focused on transgender stuff or gender ideology stuff, making people fight over things that we know are stupid, right? Just like Neil deGrasse Tyson saying stupid shit just to try to defend it because he wants to go along to get along. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna react to that video too. And it's like, you know, in racial issues, yeah, there's racial issues that have been the foundation of America, but instead of actually having us address how to handle these issues and move forward, they put these ideas in people's heads that are not productive. You know, instead of like, okay, what as with black people, what can we do to make our situation better? What can we do within the government to make our situation better? No. What they want us to think, all white people are evil. White people need to just cry and beg us for forgiveness and give us their money. Meanwhile, the problems don't get fixed. You know, I'm very solution oriented. If what we find about don't got no solution for real, or the solution that they fighting over is not good, why are we still doing it? That's the thing. Listen, bro, this shit crazy. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. We'll see if YouTube keeps this video up or not, or if they try to, like, you know, hide it in the algorithm or something. But hey, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace out.